a fundraiser to benefit veterans that are homeless, organized by a Marine who knows firsthand what it's like to not have a place to sleep. And just into the newsroom this evening, 2 more Senate races have been decided, cementing that Democrats will retain control in the upper house of Congress. Plus, police in Menominee Falls asking for the public's help tonight in identifying people they say stole thousands of dollars of goods from a beauty store. That's all coming up right now at 10. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McKenna Alexander. We begin with breaking news nationwide, as it appears Democrats will retain control of the Senate. In the past 2 hours, multiple outlets, including CBS News and CNN, have declared Democratic incumbent Catherine Cortez Masto the winner in Nevada's Senate race, defeating Republican challenger Adam Laxalt. More votes are to be counted in Arizona, but incumbent Democrat Mark Kelly has also been declared winner in his race against Republican Blake Masters. Kelly spoke to supporters in Phoenix today, saying he's honored to represent Arizona for another 6 years.
After a long election, it can be tempting to remain focused on the things that divide us. But we've seen the consequences that come when leaders refuse to accept the truth and focus more on conspiracies of the past than solving the challenges that we face today.
Kelly's and Cortez Masto's victories can give Democrats control in the Senate with 50 seats, as Vice President Kamala Harris is able to cast a tie-breaking vote in the result of a 50-50 split decision. Next month, Senator Raphael Warnock will face Republican challenger Herschel Walker in a runoff election in Georgia, which will determine who gets that final Senate seat. Meanwhile, Masters posted on Twitter to say he wants to wait until every vote has been counted before conceding this race. With at least 85% of the vote in, Kelly holds a nearly 52% to 46% edge on Masters. Protesters in Arizona spent part of their afternoon outside the Maricopa County Election Center over concerns with vote tallying. Last night, the RNC and the Republican Party of Arizona sent out a tweet demanding the county require around-the-clock shifts of ballot processing. Masters also made allegations of misconduct. The chairman of the Maricopa County Arizona Board of Supervisors, Bill Gates, is calling those allegations, quote, offensive, while pushing back on them last night.
As far as the allegation that this is taking too long, when we look back in the history books here, over the past couple of decades, on average, it takes 10 to 12 days to complete the count. That's not because of anything Maricopa County has decided to do. That's because of how Arizona law is set up.
Officials from the RNC and state party say they would, quote, not hesitate to take legal action if necessary. Turning now to the weather, winter's definitely on its way with flurries and light snow showers around Madison and southern Wisconsin this afternoon. This video right here was around 1:30 on our patio. Some of those larger flakes we've seen today at our News 3 studios. And a live look now at the Beltline Highway from Whitney Way. Cold temperatures plus snowfall from earlier today creating slick conditions across southern Wisconsin roadways. So just a reminder to slow down and take your time tonight when dealing with potentially hazardous weather. Speaking of which, let's get a look now at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary, any more chance of snow tonight or icy conditions?
It's possible. There still could be a couple more flurries over the next hour or two, but skies will actually start to clear out overnight, and that will allow temperatures to drop off. So any spots that are wet on the roads could become icy, but I don't think that's going to be very widespread. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. You can see the morning is generally dry, and then we started to see these little snow showers. You can see how the visibility drops off for a short period of time as they pass, but then the next one moves through. And then watch this. Take a look at the grass. It's kind of green there, but watch after that snow shower passes. Now it's a little more white, and that's kind of what we have now, just a little bit of white on the ground, but definitely a downward trend on the flurries and the snow showers across southern Wisconsin. The best chances for anything that would stick to the ground are north of Milwaukee, and 6-hour future track radar shows all the snow on the other side of Lake Michigan beyond midnight. High temperatures today, mid-30s here in Madison, 35 the best we could do. Right now down to 31 degrees. You can see our temperatures still in the lower 30s through much of Dane County, 32 Mount Horeb, 31 degrees in Deerfield, with wind chills right now making it feel like temperatures are in the lower 20s here in Madison, wind chill 23. Look for skies to gradually become mostly clear overnight. It'll be colder, low temperature dropping to 23. Tomorrow and Monday will be dry, but some snow is in the forecast for Tuesday. I'll tell you if there will be any accumulation in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Gary. New at 10 tonight, police in Menominee Falls are investigating 2 separate thefts at an in Ulta Beauty on Tuesday and then again on Wednesday. Police allege these two women stole nearly $1,000 worth of fragrances Tuesday before leaving the store on foot. Then the next day, Wednesday night, they say this man stole more than $6,400 worth of goods from Ulta Beauty. He was last seen running away toward the nearby Costco. If you have any information on these incidents or can help police identify these suspects, you're asked to call Menominee Falls Police at 262-532-8700. Also tonight, beers, bikes, and bids. That was pretty much the scene at Trek headquarters in Waterloo for the Wisconsin Bike Fed's Fall Fundraising Gala. If you consider yourself a cyclist, this was where you wanted to be tonight. Not only were guests met with complimentary food and drinks, Trek also provided behind-the-scenes tours of its headquarters and two auctions that allowed guests to bid on a variety of items, such as overnight trips, a custom-designed Trek bicycle, and other bike accessories. And so that guests were able to enjoy the festivities properly. Party buses were even used to shuttle them from Waterloo from Madison and Milwaukee.
And so we have just a really great cycling culture in Wisconsin. All the beautiful paved dairy roads make it just a wonderful place to ride bikes. And so we just want to make sure that it is safe for people to ride bikes. And we also want to be a cycling destination for people coming to take a cycling vacation here in Wisconsin.
Money raised for tonight's gala helps further the Bike Fed's vision of making Wisconsin as bicycle-friendly as possible. And Olin Park is officially a winter wonderland as the lights have been switched on for the 34th annual Holiday Fantasy and Lights. The first light show was in 1989 at Warner Park with just 11 light displays. Now it's grown to feature more than 50 displays in Olin Park each holiday season.
We enjoy doing it too, and we enjoy giving it back to the community for this. It's a good family event, especially when you get a little snow on the ground.
These lights will be on from dusk till dawn through New Year's Day. This Veterans Day weekend, one Marine that struggled with homelessness in the past is helping fellow veterans experiencing the same. Our Andrew Banstra introduces us to Chad Adler and shares his story of helping those just like him in need.
I started this back in 2015 with just a thought of wanting to raise $500 over the lunch hour. As a server here at the time, I was going to donate 100% of my tips to help feed homeless veterans for Thanksgiving.
This annual event makes a real difference in veterans' lives. But Chad doesn't do it for the credit. He does it because he knows this struggle all too well.
The emphasis behind this, like I said, was to raise money for homeless veterans. At one point, I was considered a homeless veteran myself.
The money raised each year at Roadside Grill goes directly to those who need it, and it's no chump change.
Collectively, I think at this point, I added the numbers up. The last 7 years, we've raised over $93,000.
Fundraising through all types of auctions, cash donations, and merch sales, they raise money for local nonprofits that provide resources to homeless veterans.
All these different organizations, we all have the same mission, take care of veterans, one way or another. So, because I don't have the kinds of resources these bigger organizations have, I'm basically helping them do the fundraising, and I have no problems giving them the money because I know it's going to good causes.
2020 and COVID threw a curveball at Chad, but he persevered. He decided if he can't have the event, he'll just sit on the patio for 24 hours and collect cash donations.
But 2020 to me was the most meaningful year, and that was the year that we raised $10,000, but we weren't giving away shirts. We weren't giving away prizes. Like, people donated out of the kindness of their heart.
So what did he do in 2021? Sat on the patio for 48 hours. And as Chad's picked up his life, he's bringing along fellow veterans in need with him. He's got their back.
I had to hold back the tears. You know, we have this saying, I've got your six, or never leave a man behind, or never leave a woman behind. And now that I'm in a position where I'm good with my life, and I can do something to help out another fellow veteran, I'm going to do it in any way possible.
In Windsor, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
Turning now to sports, the Big Ten West gets a shakeup this afternoon as Illinois falls to Purdue, meaning Wisconsin's next 3 games are even more crucial to win if the team wants a shot at heading to the conference championship. Jordan joins us now with more. Jordan?
Yeah, a very important stretch of games for the Badgers to close out the regular season, and each of them have a trophy on the line. It all starts the battle for the Bull. Wisconsin heads to Iowa City to face its longtime rival, and the Badgers hoping to hold on to the Heartland Trophy. but offense is struggling to score points, and it's not long before Iowa capitalizes on 2 Badger mistakes. One of those on special teams, another one is on offense. Iowa's first score comes after blocking a punt, then a pick 6 off Graham Mertz a few possessions later. The Badgers cut it to a 4-point game just before halftime, and the defense doing everything they can to stay in this game, but the Hawkeyes close it out 24-10.
It's always tough as a defense to play that well and get a loss, but football is the ultimate team sport. You have to play well in different areas. That's ball. You know, some days you play well and don't get it done, and in others the offense has to pick us up. That's the way football works, and that's why you love it, and that's why you hate it at the same time.
Well, we're going to hear from the team coming up later on in sports about what went wrong, and that's going to be just in a little bit.
All right, thanks, Jordan. In developing news this evening, the FAA says 2 airplanes collided today during a performance at the Wings Over Dallas Air Show. It happened at the Dallas Executive Airport shortly before 1:30 this afternoon. Right now, it's still unknown how many people were on board the planes, as that crash is still under investigation, and the number of people killed has not yet been confirmed. Still ahead tonight at 10, conservation groups are teaming up for a brand new festival. Learn how it celebrates Wisconsin's largest crane congregation.
When a clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah! And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
The holidays can be a busy time of year. Well, I'm going to let you in on my gifting secret for a stress-free holiday season. Nothing says happy holidays like a gift you make yourself. Just add those personal touches to really make it special. And you don't have to be a professional to spread holiday cheer.
Gifting has never been easier with holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. With prices ranging from $1 to $20, they're available now at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Yum, yum!
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Habush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
When a clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah! And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
A small community's big tribute to its veterans.
I think to me the wall says, as a Vietnam vet, welcome home.
Leah Linscheid shows you how students in her hometown of Highland helped bring a school project idea to life for their village. Monday at 10.
For the past few days in Baraboo, people could get up close and personal with Wisconsin's feathered friends. 2 of Wisconsin's leading conservation organizations, the International Crane Foundation and the Aldo Leopold Foundation, came together to create the first annual Great Midwest Crane Fest. One of the event planners says this event is so important in the efforts to protect the birds in our state.
I feel like as people get to know the birds better, that interest leads to more conservation-related issues. So just like getting people involved and making sure they understand, you know, the issues that surround cranes and things like that.
Cranes are among the most endangered families of birds in the world, with 10 of the 15 species threatened. Breast Cancer Awareness Month may have ended in October, but that doesn't mean the disease is taking a break. Brady Mallory introduces us to a Janesville breast cancer survivor who is urging people to watch for the signs that could save your life if caught early enough.
It's not unusual for Dawn Thompson and her husband to take a trip.
We love to travel.
And her love for Lambeau took her all the way to London to watch the Green Bay Packers.
What do you think of Abbey Road? I think it's pretty cool. It's iconic. I mean, to walk across the same crosswalk that the Beatles crossed I've wanted to do this my whole life.
But there was one journey she never expected.
Everything can change in an instant.
In June 2020, doctors diagnosed Thompson with breast cancer. Before she went in, Thompson knew something was wrong.
I literally rolled over one evening to turn the alarm clock on, and I felt kind of a pulling sensation in my right breast. And I did an exam, and I felt something that I had never noticed before.
By the time Thompson got to a doctor, her cancer was already at stage 3. Thompson was shocked, because less than a year earlier, her mammogram came back clear.
Scans can't pick up everything, and we worry about microscopic disease spreading, and that wasn't detected on certain images.
Thompson had surgery, followed by several rounds of chemotherapy and radiation.
There was a possibility to beat this, and I wanted to beat the odds, so I was determined to do it.
Despite being at a later stage, doctors say it's still vital to get the proper medical care, which can determine the best course of action.
Breast cancer treatments have changed tremendously over the last 20 to 40 years.
Doctors can essentially tailor-make a treatment plan designed to give the patient the best outcome.
Years ago, where we just kind of would throw medications at it and hope that something worked, now we really have targeted medications. And what's nice about that, again, is it is very specific to somebody's tumor.
Beyond medical care, Thompson says her support system helped her get through this. She was having chemo during the early days of the pandemic, so her loved ones couldn't be inside the hospital with her. So they set up outside in the winter snow, including her husband.
He says, listen, if I can sit on a bucket on a frozen lake and fish all day, I can certainly sit outside my wife's window for 3 hours while she goes through her last chemo treatments.
Thompson is now cancer-free, and her story is a reminder to get regular scans and then go to the doctor when something isn't right.
Know your body, be your own advocate.
For as much as she loves to travel, cancer took her down a difficult path. Still, Dawn Thompson appreciates where it's taken her, and she hopes her journey can be a roadmap for someone else.
I am grateful for life, to be honest with you. If there's something about my story that can spark something and help somebody down the road, then my battle will have all been worth it.
Brady Mallory, News 3 Now.
Let's get a look now at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Well, we've got cloudy skies still. Eventually, those skies will clear out tonight, and the next couple of days will be relatively quiet weather-wise. No snow expected. 3 things you need to know. Look for dry weather for tomorrow and Monday. But some snow is likely on Tuesday and some snow showers on Wednesday that could lead to minor snow accumulations. And then temperatures even colder at the end of the week. By Friday and Saturday, highs only in the mid-20s. Nighttime low temperatures in the lower teens. That's about how cold it is on average in the middle of January, about our coldest time of the year. Take a look at the high temperature trend over the next 10 days. We were talking about all those above normal temperatures for a while. Now every day in the next 10 expected to be below normal. The average high temperature goes from 46 to 42. We get back a little closer to it by the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. But take a look at those temperatures again Friday and Saturday. That's about almost 20 degrees below normal. As we look at high resolution Doppler, some snow showers north of Milwaukee and Washington and Ozaukee counties, but just a few flurries across the rest of southern Wisconsin, if anything, reaching the ground. Up in the northern part of the Midwest, we're getting some lake effect snows off of Lake Superior. Also on the other side of Lake Michigan, some heavier lake effect snow squalls. 6-hour future track radar shows those snow squalls continuing, but southern Wisconsin staying precipitation free, and there are winter weather advisories for parts of Michigan, and then winter storm warning for Iron County up in northern Wisconsin and much of the northern UP of Michigan for at least anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of additional snowfall. Now our snow will come on Tuesday. This is Tuesday morning about 5:30. Some light snow moving into southern Wisconsin. Not looking for anything heavy, and during the afternoon it might be warm enough for a little bit of rain to mix in, but as we head into Tuesday night, it becomes a little more spotty, a little kind of like like we had today, more snow showers, intermittent, and then that'll be the case into Wednesday as well. So I'm not looking at much additional accumulation on Wednesday, but the computer models are showing about a 1 to 2 inch snowfall generally across southern Wisconsin. So that's something that we have to look forward to, at least for Tuesday. And with the northwesterly wind flow aloft, that will just continue to bring the cold air southward. This trough of low pressure was generating those flurries earlier today, but it's just downright cold around here. Those temperatures, 20s and 30s to the west, even colder. You can tell where the skies have cleared out. Temperatures have dropped into the teens there. And as we clear out overnight, that will allow temperatures to drop into the lower 20s here. Futurecast for tomorrow, high of 36, partly sunny skies, so a cold Sunday. Planning your day for tomorrow, 34 in Monona, 33 in Marshall, 33 in Oregon with partly sunny skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 37 in Janesville, 33 Platteville, and 34 for the high in Prairie du Chien. 7 to 10 day forecast, and those temperatures in the upper 30s. There's snow on Tuesday, perhaps mixing with a little rain in the afternoon, and then some snow showers on Wednesday. And then there's that drop in temperatures. Highs only the mid-20s for Friday and Saturday. It'll be breezy and cold. We're talking wind chills perhaps at night, close to 0, and a few flurries on Friday. But next weekend it'll be dry, and then that warm up as we start heading toward Thanksgiving. So we'll have to see if that holds.
Gary, whenever you stepped out of the way and I saw that 12, I think my jaw literally dropped. So at least I'll take the raise in temperatures.
Yeah, as long as we don't have a lot of snow on the ground,
exactly.
Temperatures don't get much colder. But if you have snow cover, then you can get colder.
Exactly. All right, thanks, Gary.
Sure.
Still ahead in sports, we'll hear from the Badgers on their disappointing loss this afternoon. Jordan's in next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease?
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
Keep bragging about your buck after the hunt with wild game processing from Johnson's Sausage Shop in Ryle, Wisconsin. Friends enjoy a hunting story more over a jalapeno cheddar stick. Johnson's Sausage Shop accepts wild game 7 days a week. First bucks in are the first brats out.
So with a Planet Fitness Black Card, I'll get a post-workout glow like that guy?
Everybody knows that you need to glow, the glow.
And I get a free Amazon Halo to track my fitness and sleep.
Cause when you got the glow, there is no stopping what you want to do. Oh.
And I can bring a friend.
It's the way of life.
Okay, sign me up.
Get the PF Black Card for zero enrollment, $24.99 a month, and get a free Amazon Halo View. Ends November 15th. It's glow time.
One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices is more like family than anything. I love the good energy, the approachableness of everyone that works there.
They know my family. They've, visited my house. They know my husband and my children.
A lot of smiles, friendly faces. He asked about my family. I even asked about my dog that was in the accident.
If you want a lawyer who cares, you have to call Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices has changed my life.
In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
At Stanton Optical, you get great value on eye care, including contacts. Right now, get a 1-year supply of AccuView Oasis and an eye exam for only $189. Scan now to book your eye exam. Yay, technology.
trophy is staying in Iowa. The Badgers come up short on their rally against the Hawkeyes this afternoon, falling below a 500 conference record with just 2 regular season games left. And from the start, it's a struggle for the offense to get things going. The only points the Badgers produce in their first quarter are off of a field goal. And when the second quarter rolls around, special teams and offense spiral. Iowa is able to score not 1 but 2 touchdowns, and trying to keep this team in the fight is the Badgers defense. They're showing up, showing out. They're spending lots of time in Iowa's backfield. Spencer Petra is sacked 6 times. Nick Herbig accounting for half of those. And as a unit, they hold Iowa to just 146 yards. But it's not enough. Wisconsin only puts up 10 points, and Iowa will take back the bowl. Zach was there today, saw it all, and has more on how the Badgers just beat themselves.
It's a story we've seen before from this team. One phase plays well enough to win, but doesn't get enough help from the other 2. And today was just another chapter in that book. The Badger defense allowed just 146 yards, but the Badger offense and special teams, well, they didn't come to play.
We got to find a way to punch our way out of it. You know, that's the only thing you can do when you're kind of back against the wall after some turnovers or field position with special teams. So proud of the way we played on defense, but we need to get a win, you know, and we couldn't find a way to get it done.
We just have to find a way to execute on offense, and, you know, we didn't get that done. But, you know, defense played a hell of a game, and if they're going to play like that, you know, we got to hold up our end of the bargain, too.
We're below par, and that was something that decided the game in the end, because that's what we knew going into this week was going to be just a field position game. Obviously, that's what kept Iowa in a lot of their games, and we just needed to be up to that level.
You kind of think, like, as a defense, what were our minuses? I don't know, maybe a couple missed tackles, you know, so, I mean, that's obviously tough, but like I said, we're not going to point fingers. I mean, we got to go back to the drawing board and see what we can do. You know, how can we help our offense out?
Let's go. Let's bring it home, man.
So not only did the Badgers lose the Heartland Trophy, but they also lost their shot at controlling their own destiny in the West. As far as the team goes, Jim Leonard was short and sweet, saying, quote, "We'll find a way to show up next week." At Kinnick Stadium, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Down in Whitewater, the 10th-ranked Warhawks hope to lock up another conference title as they host Stevens Point. The Pointers strike first with a field goal, and then it's Whitewater's turn. On their opening drive, Jalen Edmondson is off. I mean, there's no shot in catching him. And now, if you think that was impressive, now how about the Warhawks' next possession? It's going to be Edmondson once again. The Warhawks having 0 problems finding the end zone today as they win this one 79-10, earning their 39th WIAC title in program history. Comes getting the job done, Badger Volleyball just knows how to do it. Last night, they swept Rutgers to extend their win streak to 13 matches. Quick turnaround for their final home match of the regular season. Wisconsin hosting Maryland tonight, and these Terrapins are making them work for it. But hey, that's no problem for this crew. They're going to send it right over to Sarah Franklin, and you know the story. One of her 10 kills tonight to give her team some breathing room on the scoreboard. Well, it gets tied up later in the first set. Wisconsin's going to go back up front this time to Ella Roble. Might have been a close set, but the Badgers take care of business and break out the brooms for the second night in a row. Badger men's hockey back for game 2 with Long Island. They start the third period trailing by a goal. Charlie Schrammel, he's going to change that. He lights the lamp to tie things up. The score holds, and then this one's going to head to OT. And with 1 minute left, 3-on-3, Zach Erdahl answers the call, nails the game winner, and the Badgers sweep LIU.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Stay with us. We have one final check of your first one forecast coming up when we return.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupts the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms.
If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call right now to find out if you qualify.
Call 1-800-336-0524. 1-800-336-0524.
Follow your cravings to this month's Madison magazine for local snacks that hit the spot. Meet the entrepreneurial winners of this year's Amy Awards and look through the lens of Ho-Chunk photographer Tom Jones. Madison magazine online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now. Badger Blueprint, Wednesdays on News 3 Now at 10.
Temperatures haven't changed very much this evening. They're in the lower 30s, 31 Madison, 32 degrees right now in Middleton. But we widen that out and you can see it's already colder to the northwest, some upper 20s there. Look for lows in the lower 20s. The skies clear out overnight.
All right, thanks for joining us. News 3 Now this morning starts at 6:30.